Hey everybody, welcome back to the most awesomest homesteading channel on the planet that typically doesn't have anything to do with homesteading off the grid. Today's video, however, does kind of sort of have something to do with homesteading, in that I'm going to be demonstrating the Vevor electric meat grinder as I grind up some delicious and freshly harvested venison rump. I'm huge into venison. I love the fact that I can harvest the venison from my own property. There's no chemicals involved with the meat. Heart disease does run in my family. I would have high cholesterol if I did not eat proper diet and if I did not exercise near daily, which I do. I'm able to keep my numbers in the healthy levels and keep myself perfectly fit and healthy through diet and exercise, and I'm not dependent upon any medications, which is something that's very important to me. Not judging those of you who go the medication route. I prefer to keep everything in check through lifestyle route. So venison, which is actually leaner than chicken breast, is a key part of that. It's the healthiest red meat you can eat. However, since I do love burgers and I do love sausage, I've got to have something to grind my venison once I've harvested out here on the back 40 or the back 6. So that's where this Vevor meat grinder comes in handy. It is electric. I've already got it plugged in. I've taken it apart to clean everything that will be touching the meat. And I didn't put it back together yet because I want to do that for you in this video so you'll know how to do it. So what I'm going to do firstly is turn this around. Oh, and you'll notice it has some really wonderful suction cups on the bottom to hold it to your countertop or table as you're grinding your meat. But I'm going to show you how to put this thing together. Now, you start with this, and you've got to insert this and make sure that the part with the washer, you see that, goes in first, because this will be the part of the turning mechanism, the grinder. Make sure I didn't lose my washer. No, it's still on there. Ooh, lucky for me, it can't come off. So you put that in there like that, and you'll want that to, you put this on at an angle. There's a button here on top. You can probably see. Hold that button down to unlock the lock, twist it, and then let go of the button, and then that's locked in place. And for safety purposes, you might want to make sure that the unit is unplugged while you do this so you don't accidentally push the on button and grind up your finger. Now, this is the blade I'm going to be using. It's the blade that did come attached to the unit. Make sure that the flat parts are facing out. You'll see the backside is just the curve, the way it was formed when it was created. Have those little flat parts on the outside, like so. You then put on this, and I want to point out, it comes with multiple sized holes. So depending upon how finely you want to grind your meat, this is a little tray that slides in and out of the back of the unit where you can store your extra parts. Some of which, of course, are the extra sized hole pieces. You can go really fine if you want, and it does come with an extra blade. So in case if your original blade gets dull over time or just worn out, you got an extra. It comes with a cab unit. I'm not familiar with that, just to be honest with you. This all goes on here, back in here. And then I also want to point out, it came with 2 other sausage stuffers to make different diameter sausages that won't fit in there, so you'll have to store them separately in a Ziploc bag or whatever. And it comes with a meat packer to pack your meat down here once you're ready for that. But I'm going to go ahead and begin grinding with the largest holes, simply because that's the one that came on the unit. So once you've got your blade put on, make sure it's facing the right way. Yep, it is, flat sides out. You'll then want to put your little hole piece on there. Fits right into the groove. And then you screw it all on with this. Now, FYI, let's say you wanted to go ahead and start grinding sausage straight away. You would put your sausage adapter on here like this, whichever one you choose to use, and then you'd screw this on, okay? And then you would put your sausage wraps over this and then just start grinding, and you would automatically be forming your sausage. We're not making sausage today, so I'm not going to put this sausage stuffer on there. I'm just going to go directly with the cap that screws this all onto place, like such. It's locked, so it's solid. And then, of course, we put on our meat tray, like so. Now, this is going to be reversed for me as I use it, just simply because of the side of the table I chose to sit on. It has to do with the way the sun's coming through the window this morning. But you'll see on this side, and let me plug it in now. Now that there's no threat of me grinding up my fingers, you have the on-off button, which will allow the unit to grind forward. You simply push it and it will stay on until you turn it off. And then you have the reverse button in case if your meat gets hung. Let's say you maybe have some sinewy, some fat in there, and you need to reverse. The reverse unit only works while you're pushing it. So that's all there is to it. It's a very simple product. It comes fully assembled as far as the main part of the unit goes. This stuff comes separately, and you saw how simple it was to attach that. And of course, you'll want to clean that before you do. So I will now simply use the unit. Let's see how well it works. So again, here's my rump. I did slice this rump up into strips to make it easier to go through the grinder. I'm going to have my bowl here to catch it, and let's just see how well it works. It's not even stalling. Wow. I want to show you this. What's down in there? Got it all. Can we turn it off? And look at this, folks. I mean, that looks like some ground burger you'd get at a grocery store. Look at that. And again, you've got the other plates you can put on here, grinding plates with even smaller holes if you want it to be even more fine. But this is perfect for packing burgers, making sausage, anything I want to do. And you saw how smoothly the unit worked. Vevor has been a sponsor of mine here at Homestead and Off the Grid for several years now. I absolutely love their products. Their mantra is tough tools, half price. That's true. I get them for free in exchange for demoing them and recommending them to you, my followers here on this channel. So they're tough tools that are free for me. But this unit costs $79.97 on Amazon. The link for it will be in the description box below. I challenge you to compare it to similar units of other brand names. These things really are much less expensive, but you don't give up quality. As you just saw with this product, the quality that you want is there. I've been demoing Vevor products for a little more than 3 years now, and every product from Vevor that I have demoed still works. We've got firewood racks, we've got firewood dollies, we've got electric camping fans, we've got lights. The last 10 days, the temperatures where we live in Central Virginia have gotten down to as low as 11 degrees Fahrenheit at night. And the high, only one day in the last 10 days did temperatures get above freezing. I think it got to 33 one day, but they've been staying in the high 20s. The first few years we lived in this house, which is 123 years old now, we had problems with our water lines underneath the house freezing up in the winter. Typically with weather like this, our first 3 years here, our water would have frozen, maybe would have thawed out by late afternoon if the direct sunlight came out, or sunlight. We would have had water for a few hours before it froze again at night, so we'd race to take our showers, get whatever we needed. That's just life out in the country in an old house. But Vevor asked us to demo their electrical heated pipe wrapping tape, waterline wrapping tape, a few years back, and I said, sure. That was the first product, I believe, of theirs I ever used. I crawled under my house, under the crawl space, which is all of like this high, wrapped all of the water lines with that tape. Our water has not frozen once since. Despite the temperatures and the weather conditions we've been having the last 10 days, we have had running water the whole time. So Vevor products really do work. Not just their meat grinder. I've got an awesome 217-piece tool set they sent me that I use to fix the few things I know how to fix around the house. But they're wonderful products. I completely put my name behind theirs when recommending their products. So if you're in the market for a Vevor meat grinder or any sort of meat grinder, I recommend this Vevor meat grinder because it's totally awesome. Just like this YouTube channel, the most totally awesome YouTube channel. Yeah, that too, the most awesome, totally awesome YouTube channel there is, but also the most awesome homesteading channel on YouTube that has nothing to do with homesteading off the grid. Go out there and get your Vevor meat grinder. If you're in the market, again, the link for it is in the description box below. Thanks for being here with us. See you for more next time.